Because obviously we enjoy working with, a bunch of different artists.
Yes.
But when you look at just your body of work with Aloy,
Yeah.
with a Sierra,
Yes.
For sure.
how does that connection strengthen and get the way that it is, from day one to now, to even 15, 20 years into a career, that artist still, recognizes the connection to you and the magic that you guys make?
Man, I honestly think the connection come from them knowing I only want the best for them.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And it's never about me pushing what I think they should do or a song I got or none of that. It's always about what do you want to do? How can we make your dreams come true? How can I be of service to you and your dreams?
Word.
And I think they knew that from the
that.
jump. So they always trusted me because they knew I wasn't coming in trying to influence them in a way that was going to benefit me. And to be honest with you, I met them so young that I was like their big brother. So I kind of had to take care of them in a certain kind of way. And it was always genuine. Like I don't even know if I was ever even really tripping on doing music with them. We might have met through music, but I wasn't even tripping on. I would just really be like a guardian sometimes. So I take them to other sessions. I make sure they're straight, and their parents trusted me because their parents seen that as well.
Yeah.
So I think it comes from a genuine place of people knowing that you really want the best for them.
I agree.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
That's amazing, man.
I think that's important. You just said a whole lot because even, it's the ones that we're close with, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think that is a huge part of creativity for someone who has to get out there and sing that song.
Yes.
To know that the people that are standing behind them, next to them, supporting them, I just want the best for you.
I just want the best for you. Because, being an artist, man, and y'all know this, it's so many people coming at you from so many different ways.
Yeah, man.
With so many different objectives that it could be very, very scary.
Yeah.
So if you ever could connect with somebody who you know for real is gonna look out for you in a real way, man, I think that's what keep them sane too.
Right.
Having certain support systems that know that they can fall back on outside of this business. You know what I mean? Yeah. Outside of doing a song or any of the opportunity that it looked like it might be. This person really wanted to see me win and like me as a person.
Yeah. Right.
Wow.
Exactly.
Because that's way different
and
than
they'll
just
be here
artist.
even if they can't get anything out of it.
Get anything out of it. Because it used to be so funny. People used to always think like, they are, because we're in a business where mostly everybody always trying to look for an end or how to get, you know what I mean? So they'll think you running a certain play or something. You be like, I ain't even on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That ain't no move or no play or nothing like, you know what I'm saying?
And I also believe that the telltale sign of it is, when you are in a space, it's like, I'm not trying to work on, it's not, it doesn't feel like I'm forcing myself on anybody. Like I think about my relationship with Brian and Brandon and Jagged Edge.
It's flow.
And people are like, I said, I don't work on every Jagged Edge album. That don't mean that they not my boys.
People?
Yeah.
Like, that don't mean I'm not going to continue to support them. They're not going to mean, you know what I mean?
Because sometimes we're in a position too, sometimes they'll call us and we might not even have what they need at that point. So we be like, hey, I'm going to hook you up because I might not be able to give I know what
so-and-so
you need.
could give you this.
So-and-so could give you
this happen for you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I have never seen Johnta press or do, Johnta just flow. Like, you know what I mean? We all just flow. Y'all,
we all do.
It ain't no, we don't really come from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never seen y'all do that. You know what I mean? So it blessed that it worked out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For us, because we all came in the game early together. You know what I mean? And I be thinking about it sometimes, and I think, because we all know it's a very slim line between a song being a smash hit and getting to the world and a song just staying on tape or
Oh,
in your
so
computer.
hard
Nobody
drive.
ever, you know what I mean? Like, so,
Ooh,
you know, it's a
fair.
fine line
Yeah.
between that. You know,
Fair.
we probably got some songs we thought was some of our best songs, but nobody never heard them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So when you come to the reality
got a few
of,
of those.
man, this thing is way bigger than me. It takes so many factors outside of my talent, how dope and fly I think we is and all that, for a song to get to the world and for the world to actually like it and to keep it here. It'll humble you. Because, you know what I'm saying? It'll humble you because it's like, man, there's so many factors, man. It's way bigger than how dope and fly I think I am or how jamming this is or any of those kind of things. You know what I mean? Because we are some, man, think about it, we know some very talented people who never had one hit.
True. Very true.
It is, music is a lot like sports and any other thing in life. It's somebody who could bust Michael Jordan's ass.
Right now.
Pause. That,
Yeah.
that we never heard
Never
of.
heard of.
We never heard of him.
Never
You know what I
heard
mean?
of.
That never got the shot.
Never got the shot.
And like you say, that's amazing to put it that way, that it's so much. You can't get too arrogant about what you've done because you have to always be mindful of all of the other things that had to happen.
For it to even
And all of the other people
that had to be
That was
involved.
all-
had
along the
to
way.
be involved along the way
Yes.
for it to get there.
Yes.
You doesn't happen, just at, Jasper's house
No.
with Lloyd.
No.
And You Got It Bad doesn't just happen, at Southside or, Come Over doesn't just happen at Sony Studios. It's so many other things.
Man.
You know what I mean? To make that, happen. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And before we move on, because one of those things, for that record, Come Over.
Yeah.
Come Over was one of those records that you described. For whatever reason, when we did it, the business and the relationship side of it with her label, had gone a certain way.
Yeah.
And those records were shelved.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. All,
And
Missing You,
then,
Come
yeah.
Over, all the records got
They were
shelved.
shell.
And then she passed.
Wow.
So another tidbit is that we actually gave Come Over to Changing Faces.
Correct.
And it came out.
Wow.
We're asked often, why did Aaliyah remake a Changing Faces record?
Yeah.
She didn't.
She
Yeah.
did it.
They did an Aaliyah record.
Yeah, basically.
That
She
y'all
did it
thought
first.
wasn't gonna
Yeah.
ever get the... Wow.
That we thought was
man.
never going to
We
get
never
the light
thought
of
it was gonna
day.
come out. And then she passes away, and now they need all these masters. And that's
Wow.
And that's how, so that's the thing. That was the unfortunate thing to happen. Her passing
For them records.
is how those records saw the light of day. Without it,
It doesn't happen.
you probably never
The
hear
hidden
her interpretation
Man.
of those records.
How deep is that?
deep.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, that's deep.
I got one more record. I want to ask you about
Okay.
Nivea,
Okay.
25
25 reasons.
reasons.
Oh, Niv, you pulled one out right there. What up, Niv?
Yeah,
Man, I'm gonna be real
And
with
we
you.
all have incredible history with Nivea.
Man, from the
Absolutely.
jump, because y'all was
She was
doing
at
it.
noontime, we
100%.
have incredible history with
Man,
Nivea.
it was so crazy because I'm gonna tell you, she had a little boyfriend back then that used to come to the studio all the time with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had a little white Cadillac, right? He used to be bringing her to the studio. I think she had got the demo she did with y'all helped her get that job.
They don't got her
then.
deal. No, exactly.
See, so-
Don't mess with my man. Actually
Yeah.
got her record deal.
So then, her and her manager, they started coming up.
CL.
You see, CL, son. He CL something else. Hey, hey, he pulled the move on the whole
Shit,
Atlanta,
man.
Hey, he pulled the move on the whole set. Hey, he pulled the move on the whole city, didn't he? And when he got that deal, didn't he?
Look at CL, man.
He pulled the good one, boy. He pulled the
That
real
nigga
one, right?
there, boy.
I didn't even, what's so crazy was, right? He told everybody she could write. I didn't really know if she could, if she could write, but I come to find out he got a big publishing deal from Jive and
Yeah,
everything,
Zamba,
but I
yeah.
don't even know if she was really writing. But he told us,
Nivea actually is a really good writer.
yeah,
She
she's
can
a
write
real
her
good
ass off.
write, right?
She was the secret sauce to my, that's
The
all
thing,
another
yeah.
conversation, but finish.
So but she's had this little boyfriend, because she was still a teenager
Yeah.
then. And then come to the studio, so y'all know who did that track?
Oh.
Leslie Brathwaite.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew that.
Leslie.
I knew that.
Yep, because
I'm tripping, I knew
Leslie
that.
was
I'm tripping, I
producer
knew that.
too.
I did not.
I knew that.
know
Yeah.
that.
So Leslie was a
Wow,
producer
shout
too.
out to Leslie.
What
Shout
up,
out Leslie.
Leslo?
You know, Leslie had that hit with 112. with
Yeah.
Mace.
Yep.
Okay.
He produced Love Me.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
By
Doing
himself.
Mace. Yep.
Him.
So
Yeah.
Les, because we all up under Dallas. So
Double
Les,
Dallas,
yeah.
So Leslie also taught me the art of simplicity. Cause he's him coming from an engineering background.
Correct.
He like, man,
He know how it's gonna sound.
He know how it's gonna sound from the jump.
the space.
Keep the space.
Yeah.
So he had came. Leslie had the track. We all was in there when he was making the track. He like, I'm gonna keep it real simple. We gonna tell the story. And she was like, okay. And we was like, we just asked her, what you like about your little boyfriend? Cause you hang around him every day, and he bring you to. And she just started naming all the stuff that she like about him.
Wow.
So that was literally the song. He cooked me beef ribs and white gravy. He woo woo. Real Atlanta girl style.
Wow.
That's literally what the song is.
Wow.
And when she started naming all that stuff, and then I just started singing the hook. I can give you 25 reasons why I really. Cause we gonna name 25 reasons. And then Leslie say, you know what? Leslie say, you know what? We ain't even gonna get to 25. We gonna stop right here, and we gonna make it some creative to get to the number 25.
Wow.
So that song is just literally all the little things she said her little
boyfriend
boyfriend
at the
that she
time.
liked about her little boyfriend at the time.
That's
Verbatim.
about life. Talk about
Verbatim.
life, man. Talk about life, bro.
That's fucking brilliant.
Verbatim, dog.
I love that.
Like it's really straight from her mouth. Like, yeah, I like this. That's why. But descriptive. You can't make it up. That's why it's so descriptive like that. Because it's strictly exactly what she liked about her little boyfriend.
Yeah,
And that's why it connects, though.
That's why I connect.
exactly.
It's authentic.
And them girls I'm like,
Of course, 1,000%, 1,000%.
appreciate you, Neil. Man, I appreciate every artist that ever even took an idea and had to stand on it and put it out, bro. And they gotta be the ones to go out and sell it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Because they got to sing the song.
They
for the
got to
rest
go
of their
sing the
life.
song. They got to go present it to the world. And for
Yeah.
real, whether it's a good or bad song, they the ones who most times gonna take the brunt of it because they the face of it.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying? So I always, I always appreciated an artist trusting me enough to sing an idea or do an idea. But as you get older, you really appreciate it because they got to go sell it. They got to get up and do the morning shows. They got to go do the performances. They got to be the ones.
And that's what keeps the song alive in our world, alive in our bank account.
Yeah, out, man.
You know
Come
what I
on.
mean? Like, it keeps as a song.
Boy.
You know what I mean? That's
Thank
what keeps it
God.
alive.
Cause y'all got some. Hey, these boys, woo. Y'all don't know about some real money makers, Jack. You understand me?
Cheers to that.
Hey, cheers to that.
I got a little kid. I got to keep that money.
Yeah, you got that what?
God, I'm going to be working till I'm 90.
But basically, you know what I'm saying?
And we've been blessed with songs, man, that keeps playing. To be honest with you, man, our song's been playing on radio for over 20 years.
Yeah, man.
And they keeps getting bigger and bigger
Bigger,
and
bro.
bigger and bigger.
Bigger, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all ever
Yes.
think about those songs? We like, man, we've been eating off these. These songs getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Now they done start sampling our songs.
Yeah.
And so,
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know
and so
what I'm
it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
I don't really know how many of the new generation songs gonna last like the songs we was putting out. It's some that's gonna last,
Yeah.
but
Nah, the way that we, I think about, I posted last month, my first release was Mona
Mona
Lisa's
Lisa.
Can't
I
Be Wasting
remember,
My Time.
and I remember that.
30 years
Think
ago.
about that, bro.
Jesus.
When it was the music business was real back then. To get a song to come out with a video on BET.
Video on BET.
Oh my God, you made it.
Nah, I'm telling you, and it's crazy. Before I met Johnta, I was still in Houston when that song came out. And I remember being like, man, I love this song.
Me too.
When you put together that there was a 14-year-old Johnta or a 15-year-old Johnta, that's the reason why the thing it conveyed
It
Mona Lisa,
conveyed the right
'cause
way.
Mona Lisa's a young artist.
A young
So you
artist.
have a young person writing for another young person.
With
that
the Lost
it-
Boys on that mug.
Yeah.
Lost Boys.
Come on,
Rest
man.
in peace, Freaky Ty.
Freaky Ty.
Just
That's
how
it.
you get a placement that young?
So what's crazy, and we've talked
talked
about
about it,
this.
yeah.
So the producers, Mass Avenue,
Yeah.
Bob Anton and Andre Evans, they had a connect with Butt Naked Tim Dog.
Butt naked Tim Dog.
A&R.
Legendary
And
Tim
MC.
Dog.
Yeah.
Legendary A&R Tim Dog.
And that's how we got the record. They got the record. We had written it at Bob's house. And, they were in New York. They placed the record. They got Mona Lisa on it. Put the Lost Boys on it.
Because Tim Dog was in on that island at the time.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
left
went over
Uptown.
Island Def
Island
Jam.
Def Jam.
Absolutely.
Uptown and Bad Boy and
went
was
over
that
there.
island.
And for
Absolutely.
y'all who don't know, placements was very hard back then.
What? What?
Getting a song placed on an artist that come out and actually having a video on a
was
real album.
A single?
A
Are you
single?
crazy?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yo,